Dave Parker, Hall of Famer and former MVP, dies at 74. Cause of death and final words revealed. David Gene Parker was born in Grenada, Mississippi on June 9, 1951, and grew up in Cincinnati near Crosley Field, where he learned to play baseball on the stadium's parking lots. His father, Dick Parker, was a shipping clerk in a foundry. Dave Parker attended Quarter Tech High School. He said his favorite sport was football, and he started at tailback, but he injured a knee in a game during his senior year and gave up the game. Also a baseball star, one of his fondest memories was playing at Western Hills High School, where he hit a home run that landed on the roof of a Frisch's restaurant. In 1977, he was National League batting champion, a feat he repeated in 1978 when he was named the National League MVP. He also paced the NL in slugging percentage .585, on-base plus slugging .979, and total bases 340 in his MVP campaign. This was in spite of a collision at home plate with John Stearns during a game against the Mets on June 30, 1978, in which Parker fractured his jaw and cheekbone. He wore a specially constructed face mask in order to minimize his time away from the lineup. The Pirates rewarded him with baseball's first $1 million per year contract. The following year, he was an instrumental part of the Pirates' World Series championship team. During a game in 1979, a powerful hit he made to right field was very difficult to throw into the infield, because he had knocked the cover off the ball. One of the seams on the ball ruptured, making nearly half of the cover come loose. Pirate fans, angered by his $1 million contract, threw nuts and bolts and bullets and batteries at him. As pitcher Kent Tuckle stated, a typo in a news story made it appear they threw car batteries. At the end of the 1983 season, Parker became a free agent and signed with the Cincinnati Reds. In Cincinnati, his hometown, he returned to the form that made him an all-star in Pittsburgh. In 1985, he enjoyed his best season since he won the 1978 MVP with a .312 batting average and 34 home runs. He also led the National League with 125 RBIs, 42 doubles, 80 extra base hits and 350 total bases. Parker finished second in 1985 MVP voting to Willie McGee. Parker was also the winner of the league's first ever home run derby in 1985. Parker served as a first base coach for the Anaheim Angels, a batting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals in 1998, and a special hitting instructor for Pittsburgh. He owned several Popeyes chicken franchises in Cincinnati for about 22 years, before selling them after his Parkinson's disease diagnosis in 2012. Parker never got more than 24% of votes on Baseball Hall of Fame ballots, and his 15-year Baseball Writers Association of America eligibility was exhausted on the 2011 ballot. Supporters of Parker's candidacy argue that his involvement with the Pittsburgh drug trials contributed to his not being voted into the Hall of Fame, which may have also harmed the candidacies of Keith Hernandez, who never received more than 10.8% and fell off the writer's ballot on his 9th try, and Tim Raines, debuted at 24.3%, but was elected on his 10th year on the ballot, serving as a precursor to those listed on the Mitchell Report not being voted into the Hall of Fame due to steroid abuse. Parker appeared on the Classic Baseball Era Committee's 2025 ballot and was elected with 87.5% of the vote on December 8, 2024. He will be formally inducted on July 27, 2025. Parker had both of his knees replaced due to injuries from his playing career. In 2013, he confirmed to the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review that he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He was involved in raising money to find a cure for Parkinson's disease through the Dave Parker 39 Foundation. Parker had 6 children. He resided in Loveland, Ohio, near Cincinnati with his wife Kelly. Parker was elected to the Reds Hall of Fame class of 2014, which also included fellow Cincinnati natives Ron Oester and Ken Griffey Jr. In 2012, he was inducted into the Cincinnati Public Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. That same year, he was inducted into the Navegantes del Magallanes Hall of Fame. On September 3, 2022, he was inducted into the Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Fame as part of its inaugural class. On June 28, 2025, Parker died in Cincinnati at the age of 74 from complications of Parkinson's disease, 30 days before his scheduled Hall of Fame induction.